A very good morning to everyone. I'm very excited to have you here today. I'm Suren, your host for today. Today we will interact with representatives from Avanti Fellows, Samagra and Shikshalokam about their contributions to Sunbird and how we can leverage them in our programs and various initiatives. Today they will share with us how we can increase engagement using interactive videos, how we can improve school leadership using digital technology, and how we can create an integrated learning experience using various other methods. A bit of housekeeping, each one of them will talk for about 20 minutes. During the session, please keep your questions posted in the Q&A tab. We will take them in the fireside chat that's coming towards the end of the session today. And I think if you are on YouTube, please post your questions in the YouTube live chat box. So you can join from there as well. If anyone gets dropped from Zoom, feel free to join on YouTube. Another request, keep your phones on silent, engage deeply with the presentation. And lastly, grab a bucket of popcorn. Oh, sorry, I meant grab your notepad and pen and an open, curious mind. We have Deepika with us to get us started today. So Deepika is the Chief of Policy and Partnerships at Accept. Over to you, Deepika.
Thank you, Suren. I'm very excited about finally being able to do another Sunbird event. It's been a while with the second wave having come in and us having taken a bit of a break from hosting webinars and events. But this is particularly exciting for all of us because this is an opportunity to kickstart a series of the Sunbird Contributor Series. Right? The Sunbird community is growing, and today we have a fantastic lineup. It's been a crazy few months, and I think it's been a crazy year and a half for everyone. I hope you're all doing okay, and I hope yours are doing okay as well. But in the middle of this craziness, quite a bit of magic has happened in the little Sunbird world, which is not little anymore. It's kind of getting a little bigger. Yeah. As Suren mentioned, we have in the lineup today, we have Akshay and his team from Avanti Learning, and they are going to showcase their contribution on interactive video as an asset. Khushbu and her team from Shikshalokam, they've of course been old hands at engaging with Sunbird, having extended it since around 2017, 2018. But they are now talking as contributors who have developed a bunch of capabilities in the context of surveys, observations, projects, and related dashboards, all of which in the context of their work on school leadership. Rahul, Ayush, and their teams from Samagra, I mean, they've been very engaged, and they'll talk much more in detail about their work, but they've built components on the ability to crowdsource question banks, configurable bots for assessments and surveys, integrating content and questions for external applications, all of these things. But as you would have noticed, much of the lineup today is education focused. That's because all of these missions and organizations have programs focused on education and also have the capability to build technology for education. However, in the larger Sunbird world, there are contributors who are not who are not education focused, such as, and you will hear of them in episode 2, which is going to be in September. So this is episode 1 of the contributor series. In episode 2, you will engage with EGA Foundation, and particularly they work on with DIVOC on contributing towards registry, attestation, and credentials. NSDL is working to build a Sunbird-based learning and capacity building platform as a service. Tarento Technologies, supported externally, is building a ton of capabilities, including discussions, events, and enhancing collections. All of this under a reference solution called Sunbird for capacity building. Well, that's what's been happening in the Sunbird world, as it were. But who knew when all of us, whether it was Samagra, Shiksha, Lokam, or Avanti, initiated a first conversation saying, we are looking at this idea, we're looking at an interactive video. The initial conversations were not so specific. Who knew that we would end up in a place like here, where we've created digital public goods as a community, and also develop the muscle to collaborate, leverage, build, and use each other's work, build upon our own work, and a bunch of other sort of learnings that have happened to build this excellent muscle for what is coming for us in the future. This could not have been easy to do. I'm quite certain there would have been a lot of sweat, tears, murderous thoughts, expletives, and perhaps some meditation too. I hope not medication, but then who said building muscle was easy, right? Why is this necessary? And why is this a great place to be? And from our perspective, and there are 3 reasons why we think it's a great place to be. One is there's a growing trend towards the creation of digital public goods globally. And to be part of a community from India which can contribute to something that, and where our work can be amplified in a larger global context would be great. And in some ways, Sunbird provides an umbrella for that kind of an amplification. Yeah. And secondly, open source ecosystem focused on solving for India's problems is a good thing to have, no? If nothing else, the pandemic has perhaps taught us that, we just have to be ready when the need arises. We need cheaper and quicker solutions to get off the ground. And which then means the open source software ecosystem needs to be supported, needs to get stronger. And particularly for this audience here today, there is a very specific reason why the muscle that we have built of working with each other over the last several months becomes important. It's because the idea of an ecosystem approach, leveraging open source technologies, and especially the approach of building blocks that can be configured for different solutions, is taking root in government. And the most recent example of it is India, which was launched on the 29th of last month, right? India is the National Digital Education Architecture. It's meant to be a common set of principles and approaches that allows building, reusing technology for education. Systems that have functioned in silos will be able to connect with each other. Innovations that have worked in certain contexts could be reconfigurable in other contexts. And several such things, including frameworks for data sharing, data leveraging of each other's data, usage of solutions, all of that. The reason why what we've done and where we are today as this community of people participating in this webinar is important is because our work together has helped build muscles that sets us up to engage with a framework such as India, to contribute to it, to leverage from it. India identifies a bunch of building blocks to create solutions for education. We could contribute to those building blocks, or we could take those building blocks and create new solutions. And what we've done with each other over the last 18 months enables us, sets us up well to participate in something like this. And for our participants today, this session of sharing with Avanti, Shiksha, Lokam, and Samagra will fire up not just your imaginations, we hope, to think of different solutions and how you can use what they've built, but also your desire to experiment, evangelize, and execute using these solutions for the sake of the communities we all serve together. Learners, teachers, parents, administrators, and school leaders. Have fun today. I've seen bits of the presentations previously, and it just got me totally excited. I hope you all will have a happy ride. Thank you, Suren.